Hello and welcome to another episode of Inside the Ropes with Coach Mario. Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride Boxing Academy here in Miami, Florida. Happy Sunday, amigos. Happy Sunday. How's it going? Hope you have a beautiful, beautiful week coming up. It's a beautiful, nice, sunny day here in Miami, maybe low 70s. So for all you guys freezing your ass off, I'm sorry for you guys. Move down here south to Florida, and you'll see the difference. All right, I don't know, man. I'm an islander. I'm allergic to cold weather. I think I had enough cold weather when I was in the Marines. But anyway, let's start with today's episode. And I told you guys, I told everybody out there, Liam Paro is one-hit wonder, was a one-hit wonder. I did not give him any shot of being successful in his career as a champion. I didn't think he was gonna last long. I actually called it for Richardson Hitchins. It's there. It gives me more base to everything that I've been saying about the fight between Matias and Liam Paro. Liam Paro is a C plus average fighter. And it boggles the mind how somebody as talented as I thought, and I still believe, is Suriel Matias could have lost in such a fashion against somebody that's, above average. Let's put it that way. Has no really punching power, is a basic fundamental fighter. He's got good fundamentals. He's a southpaw, but never hurt Matias. And I've been saying it ever since that fight, and I got a lot of heat from a lot of people saying, oh, well, you're hating on Matias. No, guys, I'm stating facts. I just couldn't see how Matias could have lost against somebody as mediocre or above average as Liam Paro. But there it is. Just as I had called it, Liam Paro, one-hit wonder. Tim Tszyu, one-hit wonder. Cambosos, one-hit wonder. So many Australian fighters. What is it? They can't keep their titles, all right? But besides that, we had I had predicted two other fights that were going to go in favor of the champions, and both of these fights were I was forecasting or predicting that Emmanuel Navarrete was going to stop Oscar Valdez, and he did so. And I also predicted Espinosa, Rafael El Divino Espinosa, to stop Roesis Ramirez. And a lot of people didn't think so, but I had seen something in his last fight, Roesis' fight against Espinosa, how he actually crumbled at the end, giving up. He was giving up. And giving up, he sure did this time around. It boggles the mind how boxing tests you beyond your capabilities, and you see so many fighters that show determination, courage, heart, and everything in their fights, and they overcome obstacles, injuries while boxing. When they get headbutted like Amanda Serrano did constantly by Dirty Katie Taylor, in which Amanda Serrano continued fighting no matter what, with poor vision from one eye, her eyelid hanging down, a huge cut. And this guy, Roesis Ramirez, quit, did a no mas, turned back. He got hit with a straight cross and immediately quit, turned his back, didn't try to make it through the round and see what was going on to try to recuperate. Listen, guys, these are things that happen in boxing, and it is embarrassing, to say the least, Roesis Ramirez's behavior during that fight. And for all those who are actually defending him, they don't know much about boxing. They don't know much about the determination and the courage that it takes to step inside a ring, all right? And I do appreciate his skills, and I do appreciate Royce Ramirez, um, track record in the Olympics and whatnot. But when it's time to prove yourself, when it's time to actually show what you're made of, and these are something that the great ones have been challenged. The Marvin Haglers, the Tommy Hearns, the Sugar Ray Leonards, the Mano Piedra Duran, after his no mask fight, he tried to revindicate himself. All these other fighters, Barrera, Morales, so many. Felix Trinidad, so many fighters that have actually been tested inside the ring, and summoned the courage and what they call the cría in Puerto Rico, the bravery and the gamemanship to continue fighting no matter what. And I know this is something of a controversial subject. Some people saying, well, uh, he'd rather quit now and fight for another day, live to fight another day. But hey, that's not what boxing is. You're supposed, especially when it's a championship fight, you're supposed to give it all. And the Mexicans have one saying, that goes "a morir en la raya." I don't know how to actually translate that, but that basically means to go out on your shield. And I admire fighters that do that and lose. And those guys, Arturo Gotti and Mickey Ward and all these other incredible fighters who lost and came back and continued fighting no matter what against all types of challenges inside the ring. And I'm talking about being hurt, broken jaws, broken orbital bones, broken hands, But these are the things that you go through when you're inside the ring. It's all about determination. It's about courage, and it's about actually, achieving legacy. A legacy that people are going to remember that fight, even though you never became a champion. Years down the line, people are going to say, wow, do you remember that fight with this and this fighter? How this guy came, Chico Corrales, and all these great fights, all these great fighters who never gave up. And when you see something like I saw last night, which is, in my opinion, a no-no in boxing. Turn your back on your opponent and give up because, you got hit in the eye and you got a little injury in there, or whether it was big or not. You're there for a championship fight. You're there to give it all. And that's maybe something that you see more in some countries than others. When you have everything, when you are, just like Marvin Hagler used to say, when you it's hard to get up in the morning when you sleep in silk sheets. When you have everything and you've been given all these advantages, and you live here in the States, you get comfortable, and you lose that hunger. And sometimes that happens with some champions. And I believe that's what happened with Suriel Matias. I believe that's happened with Royce Ramirez and so many other fighters that actually give up. They don't want to give it 100%. They say, well, I'll fight some other time. I'll make more money. But they don't care really about legacy and courage. All right? And that's what you saw Oscar Valdez display yesterday against Emmanuel Navarrete in that great fight, one-sided fight against Navarrete. Valdez continued going forward and showed his courage and his cojones and his Mexican Aztec warrior mentality. And then you see somebody like Royce Ramirez just quitting that in that way. That leaves a lot to desire. I don't know how many thousands and thousands of fans this guy has lost because of that action, but it's not going to be pretty when he comes back to Miami. I guarantee you that. Anyway, guys, besides that, I'd like to hear from you guys about something, all right? I've been told by some of you that live in Puerto Rico and some of you guys that live outside, Coach, don't worry. Once Paro wins, which I predicted it was Hitchins gonna be beating Paro, he's gonna fight a rematch with Suriel Matias. And Suriel Matias is gonna be in the fight, and Suriel Matias is gonna challenge Paro. None of that happened, guys. None of that happened. I didn't see Suriel Matias among the crowd. I didn't see Suriel Matias go up inside the ring and challenge Hitchins. Did you guys see that? I didn't see it. Well, maybe I missed it. And if one of you guys can tell me if Matias was there, but I don't remember seeing Matias at this fight, and it just adds more fuel to the fire to all these comments and all these speculation going around about Matias just trying to be comfortable and just going through the motions and fighting just opponents in order to make a living for his family. And that's where I think his mentality is at right now, guys, to be honest with you. Some of you guys got upset with me because I speak from the heart. I speak from the heart. I'm not a fanatic. I'm not a fanboy, guys. You should know this by now. All right? You should know that I speak my heart out. I'm actually telling you how I feel about certain things. And a lot of people agree with me and some people don't agree with me. But hey, listen, in boxing, it is what it is. All right? You can't half-ass in boxing. Boxing is like I tell my fighters, it's like a jealous woman. That jealous woman doesn't want you going out with your friends. That jealous woman doesn't want you hanging out and coming, hanging out after work. She wants you to come home straight from work. She doesn't want you hanging out with your friends. And boxing is a jealous woman. Boxing requires 100% dedication to the sport. You can't be a part-timer boxing. You can't be a part-time, dad or a part-time head of the family or something like that and be a part-time boxer. You got to dedicate 100% and also sacrifice time with your family, like hundreds of legendary figures in the sport of boxing have done in the past. So when you fail to do so, you pay the consequences. I don't see much future for Suriel Matias, to be honest with you guys. I see him making a few more fights, but he's lost that hunger. He's definitely lost that hunger. He doesn't want to go through the sacrifice. He doesn't want to go through all these things required from somebody that wants to leave a long-lasting legacy and somebody that wants his people to be proud of his accomplishments and of his courage. All right? Suriel Matias gave all that up that night early this year when he fought Paro, and choosing a 100-ranked fighter for his last outing. And the most disgraceful thing and offensive thing that I can think of is charge people to watch such a terrible performance. Such a terrible performance against, sparring partner or, tomato can in Roberto Ramirez. But those are my thoughts regarding the fights last night. Those are my thoughts regarding the future for some of these guys. What's going to happen to Richardson Hitchins? I think he's also going to be another one-hit wonder. I don't think he's going to last there long. Navarrete is a beast. Whoever goes inside the room with this guy, you can't prepare for somebody like that. He's got such an awkward style, and not too many people fight that way. And his reach and the way he throws his uppercuts and he lunges and throws his straight punches. I mean, it's so hard to find a sparring partner that will emulate Navarrete style that I don't think anybody actually. It's gonna be hard to find somebody that can take him in that weight class. I like to see Shakur go against Navarrete. That would be a good fight. It could be a snooze fest. Could have Shakur running all night long. So, but we'll find out what the future is for this fighter next year. As far as Espinosa, Rafael Espinosa, he showed us again what Mexican warrior blood is all about. This guy went forward and he didn't want to leave any doubts. But anyway, guys, this is what I had for today. Please let me know what you guys think. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know if you disagree with me as far as Matias. Let me know what you think about Australian fighters being one-hit wonders and only defended their title once. What is it? And I've heard some Australian fans tell me, actually guys from Australia, tell me, Coach, the thing is we don't have too much competition here. They fight the same people over and over, and they get better opportunities to improve in their technique and everything in the States, having more talent and people from all over the world. So I think that might be one of the reasons, and I think England suffers from the same issues. They're great over there. They fight amongst each other, but once they come over to the New World and fight elite fighters, they're shut down really fast. But anyway, guys, this is all I have for now. Until next time, this is Coach Mario. Hoping you have a great week. God bless you all. Hasta la vista and peace.